the net, when we say the net, that there's no fish in it, so this implies that we're speaking about land, we're speaking about sea, about the sea. What does the sea mean? When we speak about the sea, this means that everything that is in the sea world is covered and hidden. And in a spiritual level, this means the concealed worlds, the higher spiritual worlds. They are compared to the sea in the same way that in the sea, everything that's in the sea is covered. In the same way, in the higher spiritual worlds, they are covered, concealed, and beyond revelation to us. This is one group of worlds that they have refined, the concealed worlds. And also including the sparks that are in the revealed worlds, which is compared to a mitzuda, which is when a person collects the corn in the field, which is obvious, which is revealed and open. So they actually accomplish, by being in Egypt, in Mitzrayim, they refine the sparks of the hidden worlds, and also refine the sparks that are in the revealed worlds. Till all the things were appropriate vessels to draw down the light of Torah in Matan Torah. Till Torah should become a balabas, should become the owner, the dominating authority over everything in the world. And Torah will convert all these sparks in an appropriate way, in a complete way, till they will elevate to their source and root in the higher heavens. From this we understand why Yetzias Mitzrayim was a preparation for Matan Torah. Why was there a need to split the sea? Mekiv Meshachar Yetzias Mitzrayim, even more yet. Mekiv Meshachar Yetzias Mitzrayim kvar hoyakil mezuchach v'chulu. Since after Yetzias Mitzrayim everything was refined, kenal heina nitzutzes, the sparks v'hein Yisrael shenitztarfu b'nizdachachu b'kura barzel, and also the Yidden, the Jewish nation, which has become refined and elevated in this furnace. Im kein lo ma'oyotzrichim. The Kriyas Yamsuf. Why was there a need that they needed Kriyas Yamsuf if already everything was accomplished in Mitzrayim? So here the Rebbe introduces, why did they need the split of the sea? So here the Rebbe introduces a Maamar that the previous Rebbe said in 1940, which was exactly the same calendar setting like 1984. And therefore the Rebbe begins the explanation based on what is mentioned in that Maamar, in that Hasidic discourse of the previous Rebbe, which discusses the difference between sea and land, and the difference between creations in the sea, and the creations on land, on dry land. The explanation for this will be understood. Nisi Dereinu, as the Friedrich Rebbe explains, in the Maamar Hasidic discourse that he said on the 7th of Pesach, 1940, the calendar setting was the same calendar setting like 1984. When we discuss the quality of Yidden, of the Jewish nation and the Yam, there are many different medrashim, different anthologies. And sometimes it seems like that it would seem like the unique quality and the source and the root of the Yam, the sea, is even greater yet than the Jewish nation. As it says in the Medrash and anthology, Allah Pasik on the verse in Shir HaShirim, in the Song of Songs, chapter 4, verse 4, Kemigdal David Zavarech, that Kemigdal David Zavarech, that as in Migdal, the Tower of David is your throat, Mashagidal Eschem David B'Sifrei, that what David glorified you in his Sefer, in his Psalms, by saying, She'emer Ligeza Yamsef Ligzorim, that he says in Tilim in chapter 135. 135. Legeze Yamsef Ligzorim, that he split the Yam into sections. Hainukim Mavur Ba'maimer. What does he want to say with it? That Hashem split the Yam into sections. Shehidiyah G'dolasam Shal Yisrael Shegam Hayam Nikra Lefneim. That he wants to bring out the quality of the Jewish nation. That even the Yam, which has a unique quality in comparison to the Jewish nation, this was also split. From this we understand that from this we understand that there is a mile, actually there's a unique quality in the Jewish nation over the Yam, that even the Yam split for the Jewish nation, showing the unique quality, elite features of the Jewish nation. And in another place it says exactly it would seem the opposite. A maid saw by the split of the sea what the prophet Yecheskel did not see. Yecheskel, the son of Buzi. In other words, which he did not see in his prophecies, a simple maid, visualized by the split of the sea. That dafka through the Yam, they saw, by the split of the sea, this is when they saw godliness. That the mile of the Yam, the quality of the Yam, of the ocean, of the sea, is greater than the quality of the Jewish nation. To understand this, we need to understand what does it mean, sea and land, in Chassidus. That everything that there is on dry land, every creature that is in dry land is also found in the ocean, in the sea. Everything, there's an emulation of it in the sea. What is the difference? In other words, there's the lion of the sea, there's the tuna, there's the chicken of the sea, there's all kinds of the creatures all reflected in the sea. What is the difference? The Nevroim that are in the creations that are on dry land, they are separated from the source which generates life in them, which actually and sustains them. So as it is similar, the Nevroim, where did they come from? So as it's mentioned in the 6 days of creation, nefesh chaya, that the animals, the creations, are coming from the earth. The Mela, they are, what are they? They're coming from Tzimeach, which is a plant world. The Nevroim from the dry land, they are from the Tzmachim. In other words, there's the creations that are from dry land, which is actually the plant world. The same thing is also the animals. They are in a revealed way, and they are separated from the source. In other words, not only they are in a revealed way, which is not as the creatures are in the sea that are covered by water, but even more yet, ubepiru, they are separated mimkeira, which means that it seems like they live on their own, not being connected in an obvious way to the source. And this is dafke in this way, they are able to exist. Besides one animal, as we mentioned earlier already in the earlier occasion, that the Mishnah says in Kilayim, it's called Adnei Hasoda, a certain creature which is sort of a family of apes that is always connected to the ground with a rope. It's very dangerous, and the only way that they can take over is when they would shoot arrows into the rope, and once it's disconnected from the ground, it dies. So over there we see a direct connection between an animal on dry land with its source, but that's one and an exception. I don't even know if they're around today. It says they're in different countries. The Mishnah, the Tiferes Yisrael speaks about it.
It's like doing the Israel was in the desert, so there's special animals with special fur for the Mishkan.
Tachash, yeah.
Not exist today, this animal.
Right. Oh, but the
One thing I know, there's a flower that can eat. Flower that connected to the flower, but this flower can eat like creatures.
Yeah,
There's no animal that connected to the ground.
but the Tiferes Yisrael says that it's in a certain continent, but he speaks about it, I think even in his time. He discusses it, which is Samach Tzedek's time,